Charlie, red flags. So Nanaba has come through and told us about her red flags that she will look out for in a man. Of course, you are a man, so if you were advising some young, gentleman who is starting out on the dating scene like you were some years ago, what are the red flags that you would have?
Okay, so for me, if you would be, I mean, we're in the age of social media, and so keeping secret passwords. And so when she gets a call, I can answer, or I can even access her phone because it's a password that I need to ask her for before I can. All these are signs, of the red flag zone.
I see.
So that would be one.
So the idea of the red flag is that it gives you a warning of some potential problem that this partner might pose in the future. So what would be the potential problem?
So the potential the potential problem would be that there's something that she's hiding, and mostly, and I'm speaking from experience.
Okay.
Mostly, it would be now. When I say I'm speaking from experience, I'm not saying that she was the one. I was the one who was hiding something.
Right. Okay. It makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, but it goes both ways. So normally, maybe there's a relationship brewing. Or there's this friend that we're so close, and I don't want any interference. I just want to keep this relationship on the side, just being this special relationship. So that builds up, and when that builds up, then it can blow up in our faces. And so there's a potential of a third party, or third parties, being kept.
So not sharing passwords, restricting access to phones. That's your first red flag.
Right.
Okay. What else have you got?
Yeah, the next would be friends. And so I have a friend, and especially the opposite gender. If I have a lady friend, and she's not aware of this lady friend, she doesn't know this lady friend, or can't know this lady friend, and it seems that we're close, we have conversations, and yet I don't know who this friend is. That's cause for alarm.
Right, friends you don't know.
Human beings, I mean, things can build up.
Friends you don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm making notes. What else? What else is a red flag for you?
And one other would be, and this is not what I've experienced, but I've seen a few people go through, is when, especially during the dating process, somebody raises their hand, and so they hit you over, some provocation, or because you can hold on your temper. And you hit her once, second time you do the same, red flag. Because
violence.
These things don't stop. They don't disappear magically. They just ground the foundation that you're building, and then it gets worse when you get into marriage. It's that happens. And so once there's a lifting of the hand, you should know that there's danger ahead, and it has to be dealt with.
That's interesting, actually. I wonder... Some people think that if a man raises his voice when he's upset, that might be a red flag suggesting that he could be violent. Do you think that it works that way? Do you think that is a possible red flag?
Well, it could be. I don't think that it's, we can say that 100% red flag. I mean, the people who can raise their voices, but they're in check of their actions, and therefore it wouldn't lead to hitting you. But of course, once the temper, then we have to look at that, because if it's prolonged for a large period, it grows, and so immediately we have to deal with it, because it could get into those places. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Any others? Maybe we can take two more.
Communication. So there's you don't want to have a situation whereby you receive a text saying, "Where are you?" because they have no clue where you are. And I think that it is important that if you're moving from point A to point B, I'm just leaving work, I'm heading to this restaurant, I'm meeting A, B, and C. Every now and then, each party knows where you are and your whereabouts. Not that we're poking noses into, your personality, but we need to know where we are at every point in time for safety reasons as well. There are people who have not communicated where they are, and a friend also have seen them somewhere, they've communicated to the wife that, Charlie, open that day here, they're around, and that was trouble.
Right, right,
So
right.
you have to have that, peace and transparency.
Mm,
Just make sure that you're communicating every now and then. You don't get your where are you.
yeah. That's interesting actually. That's one to think about. That if the question "where are you" keeps coming up, that
Uh-huh.
could be a red flag. That's
That's
very
right.
interesting. I like the
That's right.
logic of it. Yeah. Okay, one more.
One more would be, yeah, so social events, for example.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tendency for, when we go into the public and then you leave your partner alone. I mean, it's like he or she doesn't exist. You're into the companies of other people, and it's like that doesn't exist. I personally had an experience whereby it got to a time where when we step out into the public space and
Mm.
my fans are all over me taking pictures and then she's just in her corner as if she
Mm.
doesn't exist. And you have to be conscious that these things affect them. It's as if, oh, this is your spotlight, so I'm not supposed to be part of it. But
Mm.
you have to pull them in and make them feel special, especially when there are cameras around. This is the only way you can show to the world that this is the person that is dear to you, and you want it to be in the spotlight with you because we both work towards this. And sometimes we easily, let that slip away and make them feel neglected.
Neglected.
Both ways,
So,
yeah.
so somebody who kind of forgets you're there when
That's
they are
right.
with you in a social setting, that
That's
would be
right.
a red flag.
That's right.
That's interesting. I've made some great notes here. You've talked about access to phones,
That's right.
friends you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
violence or tempers,
Sometimes, yeah.
communication, the where are
That's right.
you question,
Uh-huh.
and of course, how to treat them during social events. These
Exactly.
are your 5 red flags. Now, which of
Yeah.
them would you say you can work on, and which ones would you say, my brother, run?
Charlie, I think that for me, the hitting would be one
Yeah.
because I mean, especially when we're just dating, and the hitting, you have to run.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to run it. Yeah,
Yeah. But the others, I suppose, you believe
yeah.
they can be worked on.
You can we can work on that. Yeah, we can
Wow.
work on that.